Start off by securing your paper to a board using painter's tape. Now you're ready to start drawing. Using a graphite pencil, lightly sketch in your composition. Don't worry about all the details at this point, just mark in the key objects. Now using painter's tape, cut out a small circle for your sun. This will prevent the paint from reaching this area. Using a large brush, apply a light wash of clean water to your sky and horizon. Now we're going to use a wet-on-wet technique, which is when you apply paint to a wet surface. This will allow the colors to blend with one another. To create sun rays, lift some of the wet paint off using a clean rag. With a medium round brush, loosely paint the trees along the horizon. Right after painting the horizon, take a clean wet brush and wet underneath the trees, allowing the colors to move freely down to the midground. As you approach the foreground, start to transition to warmer colors. While your midground is wet, paint the shadows of your trees so the colors intermix. For the foreground, we are going to be using a wet on dry technique to add texture. Using the side of your brush and a gentle touch, use quick brush strokes working from your lightest color to your darkest. For the pine trees, I'm using a long round brush. The bristles on this brush are tapered, so while it holds a lot of color in the belly, it gives me great precision for finer details. Before moving on to the foreground, I'm going to add in some more details now that my background is dry. Now it's time to finish off the foreground. Start by painting the trunks of your tree. Then I'm going to take a grainer brush and add some long grass in the foreground. The hairs on these brushes are thinned and spread apart at the tips, so they're great for a variety of textural effects. By tapping on the handle of your brush, add some splatter to the top of your tree. Connect some of the dots to create small branches. Then carefully remove the tape covering your sun. Now we're going to add more details with our fineliner markers by using different variations of lines, including contour lines and cross-hatching. When you're cross-hatching, the more lines that you draw and the closer they are together, the darker that area will be. What I really like about these fineliners is you have a lot of control over the stroke that you use. You can create thin strokes or thick strokes depending on how you hold the marker. When you're outlining your shapes, don't worry about following the outline of the shapes exactly. Just stay loose and have fun with it. When you're happy with your work, gently remove the tape by rolling away from your paper. Now all that's left to do is sign your work.